Hello everyone, it's Mike Levin, SEO in Inwood, New York City, and I'm on my way into my office for Code with Mike Friday. It's December 5th, 2014. The holiday party at Flying Point Digital was last night. It was a lot of fun. And today I will be making Pipulate run on Levinux. And that sounds like so much techno babble, but really what that means is I'm going to be taking my, hey, how you doing? Good morning, Spider. I'm going to be taking my coding project that I've been working so hard on for months and combining it with my Levinux Linux distribution. It's a remix of Tiny Core Linux, QEMU, and a handful of custom scripts so that you can get a tiny little virtual server running in your desktop of your Macintosh or your Windows, and eventually soon again your other Linux desktop PC. So in short, you download a little 20 megabyte file, you double click it to extract the archive, and then you double click it again, and bam, you've got a little Linux server running on your machine. And then you can go to your web browser, just your normal web browser, and then surf to an address called localhost, actually localhost :8080, and it will pull up a website that's being hosted by that tiny little virtual server. And that website is the Pipulate project, which will allow you to do all kinds of investigations on the internet. And in the last rendition of a project like this, it was really based around a site crawl. But this time around, I'm going to really start with just the lookups against a list, a pre-prepared list. So the crawl will come later. That's going to be a feature I add along with a bunch of other stuff like hashtag monitoring and, you know, all kinds of automated, you know, additions of rows. So like when you crawl a site, rows are being created. It's like the preparation of a list. But once a list is in there, you can do things like look up how many times that page has been tweeted, how many times it's been liked in Facebook, how many times it's been +1 in Google+, how many times it's been pinned in Pinterest or shared in LinkedIn, and the list goes on, but you get the idea. You can collect the key performance indicators, the KPIs of your content for free, without limitation, without paying for any services, without any subscription fee, without usage limitation quotas imposed by me beyond what the services might impose. But there really are none on those types of social lookups these days, because it's tying to the same APIs that are used for displaying counts on page, which are made to be really, really high availability services. You know, when you have the little chiclet that says, this page has been shared 30 times or 400 times in Facebook. Well, or how many times it's been liked. I'm not sure if you get the share number displayed on page, but anyway, you get the idea. The APIs that those connect to are made for really, really high availability, so it's no big burden to these services to connect tools like mine from it. And typically, when you do that, those services have the option of banning you because a lot of traffic is coming from a single particular IP where the application is hosted. Well, guess what? The application is going to be hosted on your desktop and the desktop of everybody else using this Pipulate Levinux combination. So it looks no different than traffic coming from any other web browser anywhere else in the world. And it's kind of a form of distributed computing, really. And that kind of stuff is used for like SETI at home. I'm not going to make it that sophisticated at first. At first, I'm only going to make it so that the application is hosted off of your own desktop computer. I'll also have plenty of instructions on how to install it natively so you don't have to rely on the Levinux virtual machine. There's no reason you can't just run it right on the desktop of your Mac or Windows machine, installing Python natively. But it's easier for people starting out just to install my virtual machine and having it work instantly. And the distributed stuff that could allow much larger crawls of the internet at large to sort of replicate the functionality of Majestic SEO for link authority, or maybe search engine position monitoring to replicate the Bright Edge data cube. That could come off in the future. I'll certainly be in a better position to do it based on the adoption of this project. The more people running it, the more chances there are for people to opt into a distributed computing endeavor. It'd be like, would you like to allow your system to be used for position monitoring and general site crawling for, you know, a certain amount of the day or whatever? And then the task of crawling the entire internet would be distributed across every instance of Levinux/Pipulate out there. But that's kind of ambitious. I'm not planning on doing that right away. But if people express interest along those lines, I certainly will go that route. And until then, it'll be a simple lookup tool for simple social media and SEO KPIs, with the ability to automate those lookups so you can just have, you know, a new row added each time it runs, once a day, once a week, so you can see the likes on your YouTube video go up or the shares on your article go up, etc. So I'm going in today to do that bit of work and hopefully demystify a bunch of stuff from my last few videos. And thanks for joining me. Hope to talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe.